Hey, you know that movie where writer-director Chris Robinson, a white guy, cast himself as an albino black man who, with his black brother, escapes from a slave master in order to search for buried treasure? No? Well then perhaps you should stop watching this video, because I'm pretty sure your life is way better not knowing any fucking thing about this movie.
But like the night can't stop the morning, there is nothing that can change me. Now my life begins and ends with wanting you. Like a never-ending song as long as there's a note to play. I lay me down, I lay me down with you.
Black Rage, considered by many to be one of the worst slavery films ever made, is also known for this ridiculous VHS cover in which people have asked if it's the most racist cover of all time. Short answer, no. There are more racist covers than Black Rage, but what's this say? When you're a slave, you have only one weapon? Make that two. Everyone knows slavery was ended by opening up a can of whoop-ass. I don't see anything racist about this. This man ended slavery with fisticuffs, goddammit. And I promise you that that cover is the most entertaining thing about this movie. Unless you count the obvious alternate title card that's placed over it, because the original release titles were Catch the Black Sunshine and Charcoal Black, which is exactly what the filmmakers received in their Christmas stockings that year. If the box cover is what gets you pumped up to see some slave owners meet the side of a fist, then you're gonna be incredibly disappointed, but at least that gets you more excited than the theme song.
When the road seems longer than a road should be,
then perhaps you've made a wrong fucking turn. Even the movie doesn't give a shit about this song. Look at this.
so catch the black sunshine, follow your dream.
That wasn't me cutting off the song. That was an actual edit in this film. See, look, a white guy and a black guy can get along in the 1800s so long as there's chicken bones involved, and so long as they're both brothers when one of them is an albino named, I kid you not, Sunshine, and the black guy's name is Levi. It's like someone dared Chris Robinson to make a blackface film without using any makeup. Levi and Sunshine have found a map to buried treasure, which is of interest to their slave master, played by none other than Ted Cassidy, aka Lurch from the Addams Family, and who was apparently Richard Keel in his downtime. This is that prequel to Blair Witch that we never got. And if you think Sunshine is a stupid name, his original name was Powder. After attacking Lurch and bopping the cameraman on the head, Levi and Sunshine escape with the map, and it's like they listened to the soundtrack to Roots and didn't think it was funky enough. Don't worry, the soundtrack is better than most of the dialogue.
No, Massa. Oh, no more! Levi! This way, ain't it?
I'm not really scared for this situation, seeing how if somebody stops them, it could easily go like this. Are you white? Yes. Do you own this? Yes. Okay, move along. Since Lurch didn't die from one tap with a shovel, he is pissed.
Levi and that white nigger brother of his just went for a little walk. Nothing serious.
Oddly enough, he'd probably rather be called that than Sunshine. This movie is just like the Defiant Ones, if Tony Curtis were playing Curtis Mayfield. And is it racist that the white one is a much better swimmer? Seems like they should be easy to find. Just sniff out Sunshine's white hair dye.
Judas.
Yes, this is just like the story of Judas, if Jesus beat Judas and forced him into slavery. Wait a minute, he's not black at all. He's Stephen Lang. Lurch wanders into a bar that looks as dirty as their assholes, and I question the obvious cut when they're drinking. What was cut from there? I'm almost too scared to ask because I'm worried that it's just 5 minutes of ass picking. Too bad, I wanted to see more of redneck DJ Qualls. The bartender looks like he's wearing homeless clown makeup, only they used the white face paint for Sunshine's hair. And this is the first movie that when I say the food looks like hot garbage, I fucking mean it. Oh, you want to hear more dialogue? Well, they couldn't stop laughing when they read the script, so they just wrote it into the movie. And boy, does this movie know how to end a scene.
Oh, shut up. You won't have this place if you shut up, shut up, shut up.
Well, the scene was drowning in its own stupidity, so might as well show them drowning. Lurch has hired these men to track down Levi and Sunshine, and I think they're getting close. Either that or Snoopy's chasing them. The only thing that's harder to look at than this film is actual slave photos, but it's still a better movie than Fled. Seriously, this is that ugly of a film to look at. Every frame looks like it's suffering from cholera. After Sunshine is bitten by a snake, they happen upon a misunderstanding.
What for you bring a white man out here? Hey, white? He's an albino nigger.
Just say he's an albino, or say what he really is. White! They're taking him to Navin Johnson's house. When this white guy says he was born a poor black child, he actually means it. Okay, now your makeup is starting to look offensive, but we gotta suck out that poison. Nice to know she's a spitter, I guess. Maybe that's why she talks so slow.
How soon?
He'll be fine as soon as he wakes up. He feared the knocks on his head more than the bite.
This movie is so lifeless, the second half of it is going to be long since dead and buried. Apparently they're in a safe place because people never go there. Or maybe they do. I don't fucking know.
I thought you said no one come in here.
Well, most don't. Sometimes they do.
So people come there then. Got it. Will some of these people please bring lighting?
Let's take him now and surprise him.
No. It's too dark. There's no moon. And us moving across the water, they'll hear us.
I'm gonna assume that flame was talking to us, and I'm gonna translate that it was telling us to turn off the fucking movie. I guess all you needed to remember is that sometimes people get in there and rape and murder you. Such a safe haven this place is. Why are you cutting back to me? I've got nothing funny to say here. This movie is seriously ruining my fucking day. Oh, do you have standards? All we do is enslave people against their will and beat the shit out of them, but we're not monsters. We're willing to help out an old man as long as he'll give us information. You know, this movie is called Black Rage, but the only emotion it's giving its audience is fucking rage. This movie is so bleak, it makes Farewell Uncle Tom look like Song of the South. Long story short, never trust Larry Fine when you're bounty hunting. Our heroes escape, and I can buy Pierre Kirby as a ninja, but sorry, I'm definitely not buying him as a black man. Don't be surprised if that chicken is supposed to be an albino cow. And this is what you get for going along with the two main characters. You're gonna be the one who gets killed. Good thing that tiger is there to save him. I actually think I get it now. This is just like Huckleberry Finn. You know, if Huckleberry Finn was also called an offensive name. This movie makes a sunset next to a lighthouse look as ugly as a nuclear explosion. The sun is so ashamed at what it's shining down on that it doesn't even want to supply light to their faces. Look at this. It doesn't even want them to shoot day for night. And even in the worst movies, the sun lets them shoot day for night. In the middle of all of this, I guess they made it to Hawaii. Is that where Levi and Sunshine are going?
We'll go inland and head south. They're only going one place.
The Waffle House. That is, if they can make it past some white boys. I knew Brad Pitt wasn't to be trusted in 12 Years a Slave.
What are you doing hanging with that nigga?
He's my brother.
And I'm your black Mary.
He's my brother. I'm a white nigga.
Don't tell him that. Tell him you own the dude. It'll save you from getting raped Ned Beatty style. I guess all these guys do all day is just saw things. And I'm sure somehow they could even make that incestuous. I'll teach you to make eyes with my daughter. She's my girl. Levi and Sunshine get revenge by destroying their house shack. This movie is so cheap that I'm just going to assume that was a real on-set accident. Hell, I'm not even sure this movie can afford stunts, since it cuts when this guy trips, but at least we know he eventually landed in some shit. This is like someone watched the climax to any women in prison film and decided to make a whole movie out of it, only with white black people. I don't even know why this guy needs treasure. As filthy and rednecky as he is, he still has perfect teeth. Oh, and this is actually the inside of the actor's trailer. Oops, sorry. Do you want to see the entirety of that scene? Okay, here it is. They may cut the movie's theme song, but thank God they left in the sitting in the swamp scene. And whatever dialogue there is mostly hard to hear.
Hey, big man.
Ooh, hey, let's not be using the B word. I'm not kidding either when I say that the only good thing about this movie is Ted Cassidy, who throughout all of this stupid redneck bullshit still manages to be intimidating and scary.
I'm who I am, and you are the help. That's how come that. So far, he's cost me a half a day's travel with them expert ways. And to top it off, he smells like the underside of a saddle. Now, why him? You have others. Why him?
He has his value.
Not to me, you don't.
I'm just saying, I would not want that guy chasing me. I would probably be dead.
Run with the wind. Maybe you'll find a rainbow.
Hell, the other actors look like they don't know the difference between a knife and a chocolate bar. Levi and Sunshine make it to beautiful New Salem, Illinois. You can tell because there's people banging in the cabins. Never mind the whole race thing. It's also hard to believe that they're both brothers when one talks like this.
We gonna get us some chickens and you gonna stay right here. Ain't that right, little white boy?
And the other one like this.
Look at him. Goats, pigs, ducks.
I'm just saying that for two people who were raised together, one of them sounds like they at least got an education somehow. But anyone looks stupid when they're chasing chickens with silly music playing. Oh good, Paul Henning showed up to set the rest of it in Hooterville. Gotta admit that's a step up. Except when shenanigans occur and they don't know how to get a bike over a fence. Then when getting shot at, they just run with the damn thing. What the hell is going on here? Ooh, I guess any time of day is a good time for Pink Belly. You know, if you're not gonna ride that bike, just let it go. It seems to be slowing you down. Actually, they do end up leaving the bike behind, and the chickens they stole, making this previous scene fucking pointless, except that it leaves a trail for Lurch and his men. What did you think that was, idiot? Tonight, the role of Kunta Kinte will be played by John O'Hurley. Ah, excellent. They found another cabin. I'm starting to think that all houses were built back then to shoot at people. Oh, hey, maybe this lady can help.
Can you tell us where we are?
No.
Okay, or not. So much for this scene going anywhere.
Ma'am, I'm the deputy sheriff. We was hunting for some escaped criminals. And my boy here's been helping me.
Great, you're just now figuring out how to use that as a cover against someone who you could definitely take in a fight. And while Sunshine is smooth with the ladies, Levi has other priorities.
I found him! I found him!
He found them chickens! It's not racist if his brother is in whiteface, blackface. While they spend the night with the lady, I'm glad that God shows up to put a stop to this film. Oh, wait, I just wanted the film to be stopped. I don't want people to die. When I said this movie should go to hell, I didn't mean literally. Well, we did all we could to stop the fire, and by that I mean we ran outside and watched it blow the fuck up because apparently it was full of dynamite. And I'm not sure standing in the middle of a pond during a typhoon is your next best option. Hey buddy, here's an idea. Move! And if you want to see something really gross for no reason whatsoever, here. I don't know what he's so scared of. It was just the catering. At this point, Ted Cassidy really looks like he's having none of this movie or its characters. I'm on Ted Cassidy's side. Just because that guy's gross doesn't mean he has to keep reminding us. We know. I'm not sure why this girl is still tagging along. Perhaps she's an albino Indian. Maybe that's what's being said in the middle of these awkward cuts. I get it. When the road seems longer than the road should be, just put in an edit. We'll get there a lot sooner. And splice Cannibal Holocaust into it for some reason. I don't know why that happened. If the bicycle was any indication, they'll keep pushing this boat without actually riding in it. Oh, what do you know? I was wrong. There's one thing in this movie that makes sense, unlike the soundtrack.
Winter makes a bed for spring to nestle in the arms of quiet summer day.
You know, I always said that the music of the Newport Folk Festival goes along perfectly with slavery.
I lay me down with you.
Oh, and the song is totally about fucking. If you want to play me this kind of love theme, I'm going to expect the Falk monster to come out of these woods. That is until the lyrics stop.
La 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 la.
I see that both the song and the movie has run out of shit to say. Look, Snake Plissken even shows up. Expect him to do anything? Well, you're shit out of luck. Just like this so-called romance. She can now please her jungle fever while not pissing off her parents. Or not, because the next scene shows that the bones to their map has been stolen. Was it the girl who did it? Was it this dude? Who knows, because neither are in the fucking movie anymore. And now they're off to die in the ocean. Oh no, wait, they made it somewhere where the hunters are already waiting for them, so I guess they didn't need the map to begin with. Finally, this guy is just too much to take, so Ted Cassidy does what I wish he did hours ago and stabs the fuck out of him. I never thought I'd say this, but thanks, slave master. I hear that in the slave owner's next life, he is fantastic at reviewing movies at midnight. This standoff is like the good, the bad, and the ugly. If there was nothing fucking good about it! The bad guy's got the gun, but Sunshine has got the map. What's gonna happen?
You'll never find it without this!
Figures. The black guy never makes it to the end of the movie. At this point, Lurch actually appears sympathetic towards Levi, and even helps comfort him while move his brother to shore, meaning at least one character has an arc in this film, and it's the villain. But the bigger question is, do they find the treasure?
Catch the black sunshine.
Oh, fuck off! Nice dignified shot there of your characters. A driver's license photo was more appealing. I don't know who the fuck thought this was a good idea. This is one of the ugliest, most ill-conceived, incompetent, most depressing pieces of dreck that I've had to watch for this show. And I got the short version! The reason there's so many awkward cuts is that while the Black Rage version runs 90 minutes, the original Catch the Black Sunshine version ran 102 minutes. Oh, double fuck off! There is seriously no reason why Sunshine is white. It barely comes into play in this film. I think that the only reason he's white is because the production team didn't know that many black people. And if you think it's just me spewing shit at this movie, look at this. Even the IMDb users state that this would make Thomas Edison wish he'd never invented motion pictures. Sorry, Citizen Kane. Your existence is a noble sacrifice for the non-existence of Black Rage. Multiple users have called it the worst film I have ever seen, which I guess means this guy has never given anything under 2 stars out of 10. But the worst comes from DeWeaves98, who claims the movie is so bad it almost killed his friend. Hear that? Watching this movie is as deadly as a loaded gun. But that didn't stop actor Chris Robinson to attempt making another movie when in 1974 he brought us Convict Women, the story of a group of female escaped convicts who wander through the swamps and are chased by murderous rednecks, and also features Ted Cassidy. What the fuck? So this guy just had a fetish for being chased by rednecks through swamps, I guess. I certainly hope you got your Black Rage worth, if by Black Rage you mean crying over your dead brother while a slave master comforts you. This movie proves that the worst thing to come out of slavery was... even I can't be that hyperbolic. This movie is, it's not worse than slavery. But still, 2 stars out of 10.
Where's your horse, Striker?
You're sitting on him.